What's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today is Wednesday, February 17th, 2010. Hope you all are having a great day with your trading. Just going to get right into it. First things first, if this is your first time watching these videos, you're going to want to click on the link right above it that says, if this is your first time visiting this blog, read this first. If you click that, it's going to give you the rules to the Cowabunga system. You're going to want to read that, learn it, get familiar with it, and then after you do that, come back to these videos. And I guarantee you it'll make a lot more sense, because otherwise, if you're just watching these videos with no background of the system, you're probably going to get lost, and these videos aren't really going to do you any good. So just want to put that out there so you don't waste the whole video wondering what's going on. But again, for all you regulars out there, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with it, and hope these videos are helping your trading. And first thing I want to do is just go over a comment that was left yesterday, and this person just wants to know about how I close my trades. I do set my stop loss in advance. However, the profit is just really a mental target. I don't set a limit order or anything like that. I'm just watching certain levels. When I say I set my target at a certain price, that means it's a mental target, which means I'm watching it and then seeing what happens when the market hits that level, and then whether or not I want to exit or trail my stop and go for more pips. So, but for my stop loss, definitely set that in advance, just in case I can't stop it out in time. So good question. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. First thing I want to do is I have my 4-hour chart and my 15-minute chart open. I'm going to open up my 4-hour chart first, move it back to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. Again, our most recent trend change candle was back on the 11th of February, and it was for an uptrend. And since then, although it's been a lot of staggered movement, we are getting some more uptrend. But we haven't had any new trend change candles since that time, which means that this uptrend is still intact, and we're still only looking for long trades. And then as I move my chart forward, although most of the movement was bearish, there were no new trend change candles during our session. Therefore, the uptrend is still intact, and the entire day I only looked for long trades. Okay, so to recap, only long trades today. And that's pretty much it on how you determine the trend. Again, it's really simple to determine the trend, especially when there's no trend change candles in the middle of our session. That's the only time it can kind of get tricky. But other than that, it should be pretty simple to figure out the trend. So now I have my 15-minute chart open, and I moved it back to before midnight. But before we start trading, we want to take a look at our news events for the day. So you can click on this Tools tab on Baby Pips, and it'll automatically pull up the news events for the day. Just make sure this time zone drop-down bar is set to your correct time zone. That way you have the right time to look out for, because part of the rules is that we don't want to be in the market when news comes out. So the time is very critical. And we're looking for news that affects the sterling or the dollar. So let's look here. At 4:30, we have a bunch of UK reports coming out. Most importantly, the Bank of England meeting minutes. So 4:30, you want to jot that down. NBA mortgage applications, that's not really a big deal, so I'm not really going to watch that too closely. 8:30, though, is usually a prime time for U.S. reports, so 8:30, I'll jot that down. 9:15, I'll jot that down as well. So those were really the only ones to watch out for. I'm not sure if I put 7 a.m. To watch out for as well, but mortgage applications aren't really that big of a deal to me. So really, the main ones I wanted to watch out for, again, 4:30, 8:30, and 9:15. And you'll start to see a pattern, usually 4:30, 8:30, and 10. Those are big news times. So once you keep doing it and keep looking at it, you'll notice like certain times to watch out for. So again, just to recap real quick, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but 4:30, 8:30, and 9:15, those were the news events to watch out for. Okay, so now I jot those down on a notepad. You can do the same thing or set an alert, anything like that. But now I'm ready to start my trading day. I know my news event times, and I know I'm only looking for long trades. Now I can start trading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my 15-minute chart forward, one candle at a time, and simulate a trading day and give you my thought process along the way. And the goal here is to get your thinking to match my thinking, and hopefully there becomes less and less discrepancy between my trading and your trading. That way you know you're trading the system correctly. All right, so now I'm going to move forward. Again, looking for long trades only, so I really want to see a crossover to the upside. So that's the first thing I'm watching out for. Here we get a crossover. This is at 230. RSI is above 50. Stochastic's trending up. MACD has gone from negative to positive. This is a valid entry. This closes at 2:45. Our news event is until 4:30, so we have plenty of time for our trade to marinate there. So I'm going to go ahead and enter here. This is a valid entry. So you want to enter at the close of the candle or as close to it as possible. In this case, it's 57.83. Our stop will be at the most recent swing low of 57.58. And our target will be at the nearest 0.50 level, and this is at 5,800. So it gives us about 17 pips of potential profit, which is pretty good. So we'll just let that sit there. And now, really, the hard part is done. Now you just got to watch and see what your trade does. And you can see on the very next candle, our target was hit. It got as high as to 58.07. Unfortunately, it didn't make a clean break, so you want to go ahead and just take your final profit there. And since this candle closed at 57.98, I just went ahead and exited there. So you just chalk that in the books as a win and continue to move forward. Don't dwell too much on it. And again, we're just looking for we're just looking for long trades. It's 4 a.m. here. I know news is coming up. There's 4:30. You can see a lot of volatility there at the Bank of England minutes. Again, just continuing to watch the market. I'm waiting for a crossover to the upside. Okay, here we get one. This is at 7:15 a.m. Let's see, RSI is above 50, stochastic trending up. MACD has gone from negative to positive. Now this closes at 7:30. Our next news event is until 8:30. That gives us an hour, which is right along the border of when I'm comfortable taking trades before news. Again, if I'm going to enter this one, but if I'm still in the trade when the news comes out, I will exit whether or not I'm in profit or I'm in loss. So just keep that in mind. But I will go ahead and enter here. I'm entering at the close of the candle at 57.74. Our stop's at the most recent swing low, which is 57.38. Again, our near 0.50 level is at 5,800. And again, I will exit before news if my target isn't hit. And so there's just watching it. And actually, my target does get hit at 8 o'clock. Price doesn't make a clean break, so you want to close out your trade as close to this target as possible. I got it at 57.95, so not quite at 5,800, but that's okay. It's still a win. And again, my news is coming out soon, and there it is. And again, I'm still only looking for long trades, so I'm just continuing to watch it. And here, 10 a.m., you could see that the market just started to take a nosedive there, and we're still continuing to watch it, looking for any long trades. And actually, right here is where we stop because that's noon. So that's pretty much it. Even though the market was mostly bearish today, we did get a couple of long trades in there, and fortunately for us, there were a couple of wins. So hopefully that was the same results for you. If not, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Post it on the blog or in the forums, and I'll try my best to answer them. So that's really it for the update today. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all on the next one. Cowabunga, dude.